Hello, everyone. It's Shai Schwartzman here with the Done For You video and audio marketing system. And today I'm very happy to be joined by Doug Johnson with the Johnson Group in Las Vegas. He and his son and his team work Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, Summerland, Henderson, pretty much the entire Las Vegas metro area, I would say. And today I'm very happy for Doug to join me, and he's going to share with us some of the best practices that he and his team use with the Ultimate Converters and with the video programs and video emails that we do in general with the program. So welcome, Doug. Thanks very much for joining me today.
Oh, glad to do it. You guys have been a huge part of our success and everything, so I can't wait to tell other people what we've done, and maybe it'll help them.
Well, I appreciate that. And today, you can see my screen right now, is the Ultimate Converter for sellers. Now, Doug, tell me, what prompted you to get the Ultimate Converters? You were at a conference, I'm assuming. You saw a presentation on the converters. What attracted you to it? And tell us how you use it now in your business.
One of the biggest problems that we've had, we got with Craig in October of last year. October, September, I think it was October. First thing that we started doing was we looked for now buyers, and those were people, and we put up why rent when you can buy, first-time home buyers. We were able to talk to them, but when it came to getting appointments, but when it came to getting them to show up, boy, we just had tons of problems with that right there. And we went to one of the shows. We saw the Ultimate Converter. We saw how professional it looked and everything, and we thought that that would be one of the big keys to getting us to have. We were probably a 10% show-up rate. Now we're probably at about 80 to 85. It's made a huge difference, and especially in our listing presentations and everything.
Let's go through the buyer converter here. So you were mentioning how you would get a 10% show-up rate, and then you started using the buyer converter, which we have on screen right now, and you would send this out when?
Well, right after we talked with the client and we set up an appointment and everything, we would say that we'll send it over to you in about 5 minutes. So we would prepare it, send it over through our email, and then send it over to them. And then we would look to make sure that that they read it, or that it showed that they were doing it. If they did not, then from there we would call them back again and we would change the appointment. What we did to even make it a little bit more smoother is after we sent it and everything, we would text them and everything that to check their email that we just sent it. We would talk to them about how important it was to look at this, because a lot of their questions would be answered through this right here, and it would show us what we do, that we try to do above and beyond what everybody else is doing out there. And then when we meet with them and everything, it would be just, where do I sign?
Right. So you would send them the buyer converter, and the buyer converter sets the stage because you're telling them really what they want to hear. Ultimately, the message to them is they're going to get access or priority access to homes. And how does that message really translate in the converter and ultimately for them to show up?
It basically just reiterates what we do right at the end, where we ask them, about would you be interested in getting properties that match exactly what you're looking for from all the real estate companies, but our list includes bank-owned properties, short sales, and then from there, those hard-to-find properties that aren't even on the MLS yet. Would that be something that you'd be interested in? And, of course, we got yes, a lot of the time, or most of the time. And then from there, we would say, you just go right into, well, what we need to do is sit down and meet to go over exactly what you want. And the other thing is after we did that, we said, okay, now you have a lot of questions and everything. What we're going to do is we're going to send you over this video presentation that's going to explain a lot of the things that we do. Please take the time to look at it, and then from there we'll see you at such and such a time. And it's just made a world of difference. We work with a lot of first-time home buyers or a lot of people that, at one time, Las Vegas, 70% of the homes were underwater here. So there's a lot of people that haven't purchased a home in 4 years or so that lost their home, and they're just now coming back. We really like working with those people, and this just reiterates the professionalism that we try to do.
Done a really good job, Doug, of really giving them the benefits of looking at it, almost, giving them using compelling language to let them know that there's a benefit for them to looking at it. And when they do look at it, obviously it sets you apart from other agents they may meet with. But for buyers, certainly it reinforces the benefit of meeting with you, which is, getting that priority access to homes, but as well giving them information on how they can buy their next home for the best price with less hassle. Like, what buyer wouldn't want that? There's some audio. Click here for a personal message about your home purchase. There's information for buyers that how they will love their next home, guaranteed. So it's really chock full of benefit.
The other thing I just remembered, when people can't make it and everything, rather than just not show up, they call us and reschedule, which is, something that we never had before either. So it really does help them and help us stay top of the mind with them. I think that's just really important, because life gets in the way sometimes and everything, and they can't make it. But them calling us back shows that they're still committed.
What percentage would sign buyer agreement with you after viewing the converter and coming into the office?
Well, we have a really strong success rate. I would say we're probably well up into the 90s. And, it's just a matter of, I guess, just getting better and better and better.
Now, Doug, let's go over to the seller. Now, you're using the seller converter. Tell us how you use that. Here's an example of the confirmation email. So typically, I'm assuming you're like the buyer, you're sending out your seller converter when you're confirming the appointment. And again, how does that work? How does that play out?
We send that out right after we talk to them on the phone. Once again, we do it pretty much the same way as what we do with the buyer. Once it's gone, first of all, we load it, set it up, have it go into our email, and then from there we send it over to them. The minute it's sent over to them, we text them and let them know to look into their email that we had sent them to it, and then of course we look to make sure that they've seen it. If they haven't seen it, then we call them back, we resend it. It works. I think the seller part works maybe even better than the buyer part and everything. We have people that look at it. And they continue to look at it even after we've got them listed and everything. It's amazing how many looks we get on it.
So why don't you show us how many people, in fact, and you could check this out, how many people, in fact, look at it, and give us a little bit of a play-by-play, or give us some indication of the success you're having with this.
Well, here's one of the first times that we did it. This was back in May. That's when we first started with you. Ryan is, we signed Ryan and sold his house. He looked at it 3 times. She's not ready to sell yet and everything. Stacy Dutton looked at it, and we put it 2 different times because we wanted to make sure, actually 3 different times. So if you look at this right here, they've looked at it 10 times. 6 here, 2 here, 2 there, and everything. Here's one, Connie, and everything. We got her. She looked at it 3 times. We did not get Tracy Bird yet, but she's looked at it once. But the idea of how many people, or how many times these people, Judy Walker, we sold her. She looked at it 5 times. We sold her. Manuel and Heather, we actually, along with the Duttons, we did the move-up buyer with them. So we got 2 sales out of them. Same thing with Jennifer Lee. And John and Melissa, we got that listing. Theirs is for $1.5 million. Here's another move-up buyer and everything. And we put them in twice, and they looked at it a total of 8 times. So, I mean, everybody has seen it, and everybody is, the most is 11, all the way down to just 1. So Scott right here is someone that we sold one of his houses. We did such a good job. He let us do, we've now got another one. Tony right here, they're move-up buyers. So that's the other thing that we're getting is because of this right here and how good I think it looks and everything, we're getting a lot of those move-up buyers and everything now that they've got some equity, so we get 2 sales out. So we're really happy. This is really, I think, put us into another level.
The videos, the video casting site. So if we can, let's talk a little bit about that and how you're using that.
When we first got it, all it was just me and my son. We've expanded now to inside salesperson, and then from there we've got 2 new salespeople. What we do is I call them and I put them into 4 categories. The first one is someone that is what we call car ready. Those are people that we know are looking to buy right now. We then send them over to our mortgage person. He gets them pre-qualified and everything, and we send them these videos on a daily basis. The next one we have what we call Buyer One. These are people that are 3 months to 1 month or to right now ready to buy, and we're getting appointments with them. Then we have Buyer Twos. Buyer Twos are usually 3 months to 6 months. Now the Buyer Ones, we send the emails out automatically about once every 3 days. The Buyer Twos, we send it out once a week. These are people that are 3 to 6 months out. And then the Buyer Threes, we send out about once every two weeks or so. And what we're trying to do is just educate, the buyer, stay top of mind and everything with a drip system that educates them. Not only show them properties, but ones that educate them about the system, about what it is we do and how to it shows everything, all the way from how important it is to get the right mortgage person and talk about the mistakes and all that. So we find that it really helps those people. In fact, we got one right now that we've just put into our Car Ready that about 6 months ago had a FICO score of 560, and we put them on this drip system, had them work with our mortgage person, and now they're pre-qualified for a $250,000 home. And it took about 6 months, but in those 6 months, we probably made maybe 10 telephone calls to them, but then from there, we sent them out all of these programs.
What do you think makes sending out these videos on a regular basis, and you're sending out through your contact management system, you're sending out, what do you think the benefit is of dripping dripping on them on a regular basis, but also including video? Why do you think that really makes the difference for you?
First of all, I think video is the thing. most of the time, and I get indulged with emails and asking me for something or wanting something from me, and if it's more than if it doesn't attract my attention in the first sentence, then from there I just delete it and move on. A video and everything, especially professionally done, I think really holds their attention and everything. And our read factor on it that we had when we were working with Commissions Inc., you could tell if they read it or not, was about 80%. So that's one of the things that we really, really like about the program. Because not everybody, I mean, the money's in the follow-up, and that's what this program does. It keeps you top of mind, and it happens automatically.
Doug, any final thoughts, any recommendations that you can make on the Ultimate Converters or the video emails? Some final best practices and any tips or strategies you could share?
Yeah, first of all, it's a system. And that's one of the things that we keep finding over and over again when we go to these Craig Proctor programs and everything, is you have to get systematic so that it's duplicatable and so that it does the work for you. And that's what this does. It keeps you top of mind. The important thing is to find out exactly where I think your client is on the buying motivation and timing. And then from there, set the system up based upon that. If somebody's 6 months plus out and everything, you wouldn't send them one of these videos every other day. If somebody is kind of a now buyer and everything, then from there, you want them to go much quicker. You want them to let the client know that these are very informative and it'll help you. And then from there, when you go with them and you talk with them and you show them the homes and everything, I ask them about that, and they all say that it's very informative, that it helps them. A lot of these people, too, like I say, based upon the fact that Vegas was underwater. 70% of the people in Las Vegas were underwater from about 2008 to about 2013. They're just now coming out to where they have equity, and they fought through a pretty tough time. They haven't purchased a home in a long time. And to be able to see a program like this and to be able to learn and look at videos that are, rather than read about 5 paragraphs, I just think it's so much better, and it's so professionally done.
And with the converters, the best time to send it out is when you're confirming the appointment.
Right. In fact, I tell them right after I set the appointment and everything, I actually start while I'm talking to them to download it, put their name on it and everything, and send it to my email and then send it over. And that's right when you have them and everything. That's the best time. And then email it over to them and then text them to check their email and everything that you just sent it. And what I'm doing now is I'm asking them to confirm and everything that they got it. And then, of course, we go in like we showed you there, and we see if they've read it or if they've looked at it and all that. And that really also shows their motivation, too.
Well, that's wonderful. Well, Doug, I really appreciate your time today. I appreciate you sharing with us your best practices and your success that you're having, both with the Ultimate Converters, the video emails, and using both of them together for your follow-up. So I really want to thank you very much for sharing with us today. And I wish you all the best and look forward to seeing you at the next upcoming event. Yeah,
I'd like to just reiterate just one thing, too, before we go, Shai, is that we didn't believe in the guarantees or the USPs or anything like that. We went to one of those day programs where it was just one day, and that really showed us that we really need to put that out on everything we do. Then we added the Ultimate Converter, and now we're just blown up. we've had to hire inside people, we've had to hire outside people. It's because of the converter and because of the USB. We really appreciate everything you do for us. I really mean that. It's put us in a whole different category. We want to do better, better, and better. We want to grow, and like I say, the unique sales propositions, along with the converter, which just magnifies what it is, what a program and what a system.
Well, thank you very much, Doug, and again, thank you very much for your time sharing with us today, and I wish you all the best. Have a great day.
Thank you.